Dick pickles.
Oh,
It's you.
hey, how's it going?
You started thinking about dick pickles.
Welcome to Critical Role.
No, it's not Critical Role.
Critical Role. Oh,
No,
shit.
we're not Critical Role. That's a whole different show.
Reset.
Prank caller, prank caller, prank caller.
No, welcome to Vicious Mockery. I am not your host, Mark. I was gonna go Matt Mercer.
Well, I am known to be a Matt Mercer cosplayer.
Really? That's a lot of makeup.
All right, let me do a real intro then. Hey guys, I'm obviously not Mark. I am producer Jesus. You've probably seen me talk a lot in text form before. I'm not a fan of being in front of the camera, so this is kind of weird for me. But because we're kind of down a player, Halfay unfortunately had some things to take care of for this
Her
week.
name's Jordan.
And the next few weeks, Jordan. I know her as Jordan as well. So Mark has, I figured let's give Mark a few weeks off to, rest and relax, have some fun. And I'll take over the DM chair for now. So what do you usually do, Mark? You probably a bit of introduction with characters, right?
Oh yeah, a little bit of banter.
A little bit of banter.
And then kind of get an idea of like where's everybody's headspace. Kind of get the audience in the same kind of headspace as we are, so they can get ready for some fun. But what I think we could do right now is because everybody else is going to be playing their characters, but I have a brand new character.
That's right.
That they've met before that I'll be playing.
Please
should we
tell us
keep
his
it?
name.
Should we keep it a secret?
I think we should keep it a little bit vague for them, just so they can have a little bit of a surprise when it happens. We will meet our
Take off the lower third there, because that ruins everything.
We will meet our recurring characters first, starting with Achaidh. Hello, Paula. How you doing?
Hi, I'm good. Super tired.
Tired?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Had a fun day at Playing Imagination
Oh, good.
yesterday. Not in a bad way. Rent-to-rent fair.
Oh.
It was fun. Very, very fun. But yes, I am Achaidh, and I am excited for this fun little run that we're going to do.
Yeah, hopefully it's good. To my left, I have our friend Audrin the Relentless.
That too. He's many things.
The relentless. That's so true.
I'm Drew. I'm
God.
Audrin. I'm Paladin. And I'm here to chew bubblegum and kick some ass, and they haven't invented bubblegum.
And last but not least, we have our own golden god, Jose. As Delron.
Delron, which after some deliberating, I don't have my longsword at the moment because it's getting enchanted, but I still have other weapons, and my top 5 breads are fresh baguette, potato bread, sourdough, Hawaiian rolls, and the herbs and cheese bread from Subway.
That's a good top 5 bread.
Let's make a note of that for crafties later. So if you guys don't mind, I'm going to try to ignore you guys for the rest of this game and kind of focus on the play. So without further ado, let's get started. Oh, by the way, well, actually, no, they'll figure it out. Let's get started.
By the way, figure it out.
I like how we stuck
Better
the
be
bros.
taking notes as a test at the end of this.
We stuck the bros together.
Oh man.
Yeah! Ooh, we
They
got it
missed
that
it.
time.
I
I
think
think
they
that
missed
might
it.
be our first.
Now we can actually do lay on hands.
It's true. Lay on hands!
Oh, I can feel the steam just. Oh God, yes.
No.
Awesome, the fandom. Anyway, real quick though, I do want to mention this is actually a pre-written adventure written by Jeff C. Stevens. He's been gracious enough to let us run his adventure for Vicious Mockery, so big thanks to him. His story can be found on the DM's Guild, really nifty website where a lot of people can put up their own D&D creations. So without further ado, let's get started. Cool. So, as the day of the ball inches its way closer, the party spends their time as best as they can. Finding their return home somewhat bittersweet, the group enjoys their time at the nightly Pillow Inn. Innkeeper Beatrice does her best to entertain, offering what she passes as food to the group. Here,
Various assorted eggs.
Yeah.
try
Licorice.
my souplei. She says
Souplei.
as she presents a tray of supposedly egg-based dish. This fancy dish is rarely seen by anyone without royal ties, but you know, whatever this is, it's not souffle. I even added my special ingredient.
I chug
Am
it.
I doing okay,
now
Mark? Am I getting it right?
Yes.
Oh yeah. Yeah.
I'm sorry, did you say you chug it?
Yeah.
All right, well, let's get started.
I attempt to chug it.
You already said you were gonna chug it. It's too late.
Let me get
You're
a
too bad.
constitution saving
What's your
throw.
Wait,
death
is it a
ray-
liquid?
Death ray
I
saving
know.
throw. Oh,
Well,
That's a
this
4.
thing is a liquid about. If you know anything about souffles, it's kind of like a.
Yeah.
It's an egg-ish, kind of fluffy
Yeah,
thing.
it kind of fluffs
And
up.
this is liquid.
Hers is
soupy.
soupy.
So there was no rising of the souffle.
Souffle. No, it's
well,
a
oddly enough, it is
souffle.
bubbling.
It's not souffle, it's souplei.
She calls it souplei, yes.
Souplei.
So before
totally
I tell
against
you my amazing number that I rolled,
Oh, yes, please.
I just want to say that Delron's doing this because he wants her to make her feel good. and
Yes,
it's good. It's
that's
like, oh,
great.
this is delicious. But I rolled a 4.
Okay, so you chug down this delectable greet, and as it goes down your pipe hole, it
Gullet.
starts kind of.
I'm watching intently, like, has he gone blind yet?
You've had spice before, but probably nothing to this degree. It starts burning down your throat, it starts bubbling inside of your stomach, and you get a familiar churn happening in your stomach.
It was delicious. I gotta go to the restroom. It's just because I haven't gone in a couple days. I just gotta go.
And off to the bathroom you are, and I think you just about make it.
What is the D&D equivalent of Pepto-Bismol?
A potion of Bismol.
Okay.
Pushes more.
One time we don't have our prestidigitationist.
I have one.
Potion of Pepto.
Well, funny enough, your prestidigious person is actually there with you. But being as gracious as Delron was, she also decides to chime in. Sure, I'll try it as well, says Althea, and
Ouch.
she takes a
no.
spoonful of the concoction.
We wait.
She didn't chug it, so I think she's fine.
She takes it. She's happy. Oh, this just tastes just like the stuff my granny used to make. We're like, okay,
So she'll be in the
that's-
hospital for a few days while we embark.
Yeah, pretty much. Nobody else wants to try the delectable food?
I'm good.
I smell it. I smell it.
All right.
I give it a
You think
smell.
so, cheese.
I ask, what is? Can I ask what the special ingredient is, or is it a secret special ingredient?
Oh, you want to know the secret ingredient?
If you're willing to tell me, in case I want to take the recipe home for the holidays.
My secret ingredient? Love.
Oh, okay, I drink it. Ah, crap.
Oh, trees.
15 plus a 2, so 17.
Yeah, you down the spice, but I think your stomach is a little harder than your friends.
I've had worse.
Oh yeah.
I can do a backflip, but
Yeah, it wants to come out, but you hold it down pretty well. But you're probably going to want to find a bathroom in about an hour or two.
Okay, I set the timer.
So if
I
nobody
take
else
mine.
wants to try it, the evening passes. You go to the bed. You go to your beds.
I finally come out of the restroom.
You come out of the restroom, dragging your.
Oh, God.
The next morning, you head downstairs for the usual breakfast.
Eggs.
You've grown
Eggs.
accustomed to eggs. Yes.
Nice. Chicken eggs, I'm assuming.
My cholesterol is just shooting through the roof.
So real quick, the bedroom situation. I don't remember. Do you guys share rooms, or you got your own rooms?
Got
They,
it.
they have
cuddle.
their own rooms, right?
Little
They
bit.
opted to be together
You
with
cuddled
the
together?
No,
joke.
we had our own
Little bit.
rooms. We just end up hanging out together.
Yeah.
We work out together in the nude.
Basically.
So after your
Work
morning
out
workout, you probably
together.
go downstairs to have your usual breakfast. You as well head down there after stringing your lute. What do you do in the morning?
Tuning.
Tuning.
Yeah.
Tuning.
You go downstairs
in
and you
tune. Tuning in
notice
tune.
somebody's already beat you to the dining area, but it's not Althea. It's a familiar. Well, you want to describe yourself?
Yes. So you see, you see a taller elf, and not very tall, brown hair. He's got a familiar visage, and you're seeing him from behind.
He was an elf?
Wait, we're seeing him from behind right now.
How's that ass?
Sitting
And we recognize that.
It's a little
a little
Scary
bit
hair.
from behind.
Go.
Turns around, looks over his shoulder. Well, hello, friends.
Oh, shit.
It's Dirdicules from the arena. The guy you just beat the shit out of 2 days ago.
Hey, no hard feelings, buddy.
None taken.
How you doing? How does he look? Does he look like he's recovered and all that?
Well, he's got a couple of he's got a couple of bandages where
How are you feeling?
supposed to be.
Dickle Pickle?
Oh, I've been trying to salve the pains that my group has been having since they've been taken off the top spot in the arena. But
Since
overall,
we beat your ass fairly, honorably.
Okay.
Honorable ass beating.
all right.
We did follow the rules. And to show that there's no hard feelings, let me get this guy a nice bowl of Souplei.
Oh,
Double.
no.
On me.
No.
It's pretty good.
No. Whatever the
for
secret
cleansing.
ingredient is,
Love.
us elven people, we don't really.
They don't have souls.
No, we don't really process
Like
the food
gingers?
well.
As you're explaining this, Beatrice
only
comes in
female
with a big
here.
tray. I'm out of souffle, but here, smashes down. Have omelets.
Ooh.
Okay, I think I can eat that.
Are those medium rare?
Did you put the secret ingredient in this one too?
No, not in this one. I only use the secret ingredient in special dishes.
There's
Thanks,
no love in
Beatrice.
these omelets?
No, I'm almost out, and she pulls out from her I
Apron.
guess apron a little kind of a vial. It's almost out. It's she shakes it a little just to show you guys. It's kind of green with some brown things inside of it, kind of like not necessarily kind of it looks kind of gushy.
Jägermeister.
You know those seeds that you put in water that makes it kind of like squishy?
Yes.
Think that, but kind of neon-y and shiny.
She gets around.
And bright. I love foodie love in all of my food and all of my favorite foods.
I'm fully acknowledging that I'm the only female currently in this kitchen besides Miss Beatrice, so I'm just gonna ignore the very bro-like banter and just go up and go flip flop.
Grab your food and
It's
just
just like in the corner with like feet up
Delron
eating my.
stops with the bro-like banter because he's thinking about what love is.
What is love?
I want.
What is love? And by
Oh,
love,
it's
I mean, what is that?
What is love?
Baby, don't hurt
Don't
me.
He's just thinking of the implications of him chugging
Oh, it's
that
a
the
very
previous
special.
day.
It's a very special treat. We
sure
put
it
it
is.
in all. We use it in all of our food. It makes it poke harder.
That's an accurate description of what happened in my stomach.
It's spicier, and I love spice.
Oh yeah, no, definitely. I'm gonna go sit in that corner and
And weep.
yeah.
You see Tone with like the tiniest violin.
I'm just in a corner like,
I'll have to get more later. Yes, please.
Where's your other friend?
She was an elf like you. She tried the Souplei and had, let's just say she's been overcome with love. For the next few days, she might be off of her feet.
So I don't know how to put this, but humans can oftentimes, expectorate or just get rid of.
Spit?
They can get rid of the stuff that they eat.
take a giant dump.
They can vomit it up. They can,
Love your eloquence. Yes.
go to the bathroom for a little bit and handle themselves.
It did take me hours.
This is the most inappropriate breakfast conversation ever.
Us elves don't
I stopped having
process that.
breakfast.
Us elves don't process
Everyone's not
that
eating.
the same way.
Fascinating. He's like, eat this omelet.
No, I'm saying this is pretty life-threatening.
That's terrible.
I ate-
So what you're saying is you're basically gluten-free.
Yeah, of course.
Elves are vegan.
If you eat gluten, it makes you explode.
Yeah, okay. No gluten, no more gluten for this man. So I say, what's the word on the street, Beatrice?
You boys will be boys.
It's very much boys, very goofy boys.
Boysenberries be boysenberries. So we're eating the omelets. I'm like, so how's the morning treating everyone? What's the news on the street? Any rumors going around? Any big events happening today? What should we know about in town? I'm still new here.
Well, she tosses down today's newspaper, and she puts it down. Nothing really happened.
It says nothing really happened. It's just blank.
Uneventful.
I say, Dirdicules, what brings you around the nightly pillow?
Oh, yeah, I come down here every once in a while to have a good breakfast and
That's
to look around, peruse the sights. I really am only a seasonal worker, if you will. I work maybe once every few weeks when there's a fight to be had.
Yeah, and where are you from, Dudicles?
I'm actually local. Yes, and
Sectus man.
and I was making some strides to join the farmers, the Green Guild, but
Really?
Oh, farmer.
That's interesting.
The fate had taken me a different direction, but I decided to stick around in Sectus and make my living through as familiar means.
Yeah.
In the distance, you guys hear kind of a muffled.
We're trying to have a conversation here. Be quiet. Be quiet, you.
Must be the
I
Souplei.
think that might be out there.
I'll go check on her.
Yes, please.
So that was Beatrice goes.
Beatrice goes off. Yeah, I'm sorry. I know my voice sounds so stupid.
Just gotta make sure. Where's the rest of your squad?
Well,
The
They-
Dickle Posse.
The Nickel Posse.
I actually only see one of them is only a regular here. Ben Stuhler. Yes, Ben.
Bad spy.
That douche.
Ben, I'll see Ben every few days. He'll be walking around the city if you keep a keen eye open.
Fucking.
But my other two friends, my giant lizard friend and my very large orc man friend, they both travel a ways away. They take the boat over to the Isle of Giant Turtles. And they sail
Natural
back
Giant
when an arena
Glad you
fight
finished it with
is
Turtles.
should be announced.
From a distance, you hear
Damn, we're just having a conversation here. Fine, I'll open the door.
stomping from the distance comes in Beatrice. Oh no! Oh no! Oh no! Oh no!
Oh no!
You alright there,
She
dude?
doesn't. She doesn't look good.
Oh shit.
Ridiculous! It's happened again.
Again.
I'm sorry.
Yeah, if elves don't take that stuff kind of well, and I spent hours last night, she must be doing terrible.
Ridiculous! I
something
think she needs
I can
help.
hold down my Chipotle, so I don't know what's wrong with you guys.
I've told Beatrice that I believe that her love is actually an elven poison. But it's a subtle elven poison. See, and
Detox.
Was there a healer we can have maybe send her to in town? That way we know that she's being taken care of.
Possibly, but this is very special spice. Unfortunately,
Is there-
Ridiculous! I think you need to go.
I hate to ask, but is there an antidote to
Yeah.
that love?
Dicklemonger, is there an antidote?
yeah. It's hard to find.
Where can we find it?
I'll take you.
Oh, Lord.
But it's not a fun place.
Well, we can't let her just suffer.
Yeah.
We're gonna
we're
have
good.
to go.
I'll trust you.
You hear from a distance.
Do we trust Dickle Grabber here?
For her sake, yes.
Insight check.
Like a 5 or something.
Got 5 or something.
It doesn't matter.
Look, if
Oh, I actually have a +3 insight? Since when? That's an 8.
You think he has something else up his sleeve, but maybe not.
I mean, I can help you. I don't have.
She sounds bad. Let's do it.
Please.
I can't stand that for the
I kind
next
of don't want her to
3.
die on us, guys.
I don't have much else to do, and there might be something in it for me. And I wouldn't charge you too much.
You would charge us?
Shoot, we should have forced him to have it. Then he would have had to get it just to save himself.
he already admitted he gets something out of this, so you're not gonna charge us shit. We're doing you a
Well-
favor.
I mean, there might be
There might be.
treasures.
To be had. Well, fair enough. You help us get this antidote for our friend, and we will we'll give you your share of the treasure that we come across. That's fair.
Sounds like a plan.
Let's Dickle Shake on it.
How about I take a little more than just my share?
I mean, he's kind of. guiding us. This is 20.
If I wanted to do something very quick that he would notice, would that be sleight of hand or
That
or
would be
stealth?
sleight of hand, and he'd have a perception roll as well.
Or stealth.
Passive 15.
It doesn't matter. I got where am I? 18.
Deal.
Yeah.
No.
And I'm shaking his hand. No, I'm shaking his hand really like heavy so that you can. I'm like
I have a
distracting
dagger to
him.
his throat. You want to keep going pushing that? Because I really don't feel like dealing with this. My friend, I'm really hungry. All three of you guys are annoying doing your dick conversations, and she's dying. Can we please go do this?
I mean,
Well, if you kill the guy, then we're not going to get anywhere.
I'm shaking your friend's hand.
Yeah, but you're not charging us more than it needs to be.
Well, I thought you were going to steal his coin purse.
Why am I still going braids? I don't
So
want
that
him
we
charging
take-
us more to save someone.
we would
Can't we
have
just
all that
go?
extra money.
Can't
Why-
we just go?
I've never had a nice horned lady steal my coin purse before.
I find that hard to
I'm gonna
believe.
kill this guy.
Okay.
Later.
How about I do it for even share? If I get to walk around with this tiefling.
God damn it.
No.
She's all yours.
You can have my share, and you don't betray us. Because if you do, I'm gonna kill you.
Ridiculous.
twice.
From behind, Beatrice walks
Alright.
up to you, puts her hand on your shoulder. Ridiculous,
Have you
please.
waited?
Please. Please.
Yeah, let go! Let go!
I like you, Beatrice.
Yeah.
I like you too.
All right, Dicklepus, lead the way.
All right.
So, you're led west, about a half day's travel, passing by thickets of forest. As you get closer to your destination, you notice greenery seems to. The luscious green trees from the surroundings seem to kind of start thinning out as you get closer and closer to your destination. The color seems to dissipate from them, trees thinning, their leaves losing color, then falling nearly barren. Dried out forest begins to open, as in the distance you see your destination, the town of Tranquil. As you
quiet.
travel down the muddy roads, you notice
Creepy, tranquil, everything's dying.
there isn't a lot of activity in this town. No one walking, not but one or two maybe street vendors, merchants. The town's
Quiet, tranquil. If you.
What's the name of the town? I'm sorry.
the town of Tranquil.
Oh, it's called Tranquil.
Yes.
Dickle man. What's up with this town? What's so tranquil?
Well, they don't have much guild activity here. We just
They're free.
ship things to Tranquil. Often no exports. So, it's a small community.
What are we looking for here?
You'll know. You'll know.
Oh, I don't know.
You'll know when I get there.
Okay.
Ridiculous leads you down the road until finally
It's Derdicules, man. It's Derdicules, like Hercules with the Derdick on it. But yeah, anyways.
Delron's attempted to
he
get it
leads
wrong
you into
Every time.
a nice, a large, kind of lofty building with a large sign in front of it, an inn, the Tranquil Inn. In front of you is kind of a double door
I expect
situation.
this place to be pretty
The building
rowdy.
is not necessarily run down. It seems to be
tranquil.
kept up pretty nicely, but compared to the rest of the buildings, it still kind of has that shitty, aesthetic to it.
One perception to see if there's like people.
There's maybe like 4 or 5 people scattered around. If you're looking down with a 21, you can see down the road. It's kind of a single road town. There is what looks like a lake, pretty wide and expansive. With at the distance, in the lake, there's kind of like a red dot, kind of almost like a light tower with a 21. Yeah, you can probably see what you think is a light tower.
But what time of day is it?
This is probably around afternoon, probably around 5 p.m.ish. It's starting to get dark, but not dark yet.
Is this where we're going?
Absolutely.
You first.
As you guys walk in,
Damn it. I ran into a tree.
as you walk,
There's a tree.
I boop
okay.
Aody on the nose to heal her.
Oh.
I give her a one hit point boop.
She rolled a.
She just walks into a tree for no reason.
Again, I rolled a 1. I was like, oh, tree. Oh, God.
you walk towards the doorway. The doorway is wide open, and the
tree
sound
in
of
the
whistling, occasionally interrupted by a soft voice, comes from inside. As you stand in the door, you find the source of the whistling, a thin, sharply dressed half-elf man, balding pat, corralled by curly gray hair. moves about in the lobby, whistling and murmuring to himself. He's in the middle of stacking a set of books on a coffee table when he takes a moment to take a single finger and push a sliding spectacles back up to his nose. Then that's when he notices you. His whistling stops and he quickly finishes the stacking. "Oh, do come in, he says.
I love you already.
Greetings, innkeep.
The lobby is elegant and tidy. 3 very comfortable looking chairs surround the coffee table. And in addition to the books, a steaming kettle, and several sleek porcelain cups sit on the table. The aroma of teas invites you to indulge. Shelves stocked with decanters of bottles of all shapes, colors, and sizes line the lobby walls. Some glow, some don't. The half-elf comes around the desk, picks up a quill, and dabs it in the ink, opens up the customer ledger. He looks up at you over the top of his spectacles, quills at the ready, and says, "Good day, I am Xavier. Room or herbal remedy?"
Huh.
I like this place already.
We're probably gonna need a room later, but we're looking for a friend of ours ingested in what seems to be some sort of elven type not potion, poison, an S, not a T, poison. And we're looking for some sort of antidote.
Damn it, I feel like we should have brought the vial with us.
He looks at you knowingly, funny enough, and he goes, "An antidote?
Huh?
An antidote, you say?
Yeah. She has the
for
shits.
a poison? Was it by chance from an orc?
Yeah. Oh shit.
Orc lady.
Do you know Beatrice?
A well-meaning
I'm
orc.
sure you've met this guy. Has he been here before?
Have you met Dick
He's
come over here?
familiar.
He's your familiar.
Yeah. I was poisoned once too.
Yeah.
I'll have some tea. That sounds very inviting.
Oh, please help yourself.
Ooh, I help myself too.
And as he points towards you, he looks over at one of his shelves. He goes, he looks past you, makes a sound, and then heads directly towards for a bottle that is sitting on one of the shelves. He puts a tattered rag from his pocket, picks up the bottle and starts wiping it down. He holds up his inspects it, gives it another wipe with the rag, places the bottle back on the shelf, and tucks the cloth back in his pocket. So it's a couple of shelves. He's going towards one of them. And it looks like you're going towards another. You want to take one of the bottles? Is that what it
I
was?
tell him, like, well, whatever the antidote is, can I take hold of it? I don't trust the boys.
I mean, do we have the antidote here?
if
I
you
break
have
things.
it here.
I break a lot of things.
Unfortunately, the antidote is not that simple to make.
What do you need?
There's part of the reason why I live here is actually because it's so close to the vicinity of one of the key ingredients of the antidote. I'm sure Ridiculous remembers.
Well, of course I was sick. My friends brought it to me.
That's true. That is very true.
So, but I do
What
recall
I
that
did-
there being a fresh ingredient that's required for the antidote.
Yes, a very particular item, in fact, that your friends were able to bring all but one of it,
Well, if they
which
were
is
able to
unfortunate, but I was able to pay for it rather nicely. He moves to another shelf, pulls out the rag again, and takes a moment to look at you and says, I hired that group once before to retrieve a rare flower. Alas, they were able to retrieve only one. He picks up another bottle, starts wiping it out again. As he does this, he continues his story, but keeps his attention on the bottle. Yes, they returned with the Midnight Violets, but it looked as though,
Midnight Violet.
Yes, he doesn't.
Is it purple? I'm guessing.
That's a very good
No,
guess.
violets are blue.
So
Tell you what, I actually
Or
need a
violets
lot
are
of these,
Violet.
and I'm willing to pay
Violet.
for it as well. Kind of a mutual thing.
Where do we find this flower?
You'll need to go travel to a nearby island. Actually, it's a short journey, perhaps
Across this
maybe
lake.
an hour or two. Yes, actually. You'll know the island by the red beacon radiating from a lighthouse.
We know.
Many years ago, the
Beacons are
township
lit.
had hired a wizard to cast a spell on the lighthouse that would continually light in red as a warning to sailors who may run aground during the night or in foul weather. You should be able to find transportation to the island down in the docks. Thank you for taking on this quest, if you do agree to it.
Oh yeah, definitely. And so we're gonna get like enough for our part of that antidote,
I would
and then
only-
more for you.
We'll try and get as much
Right.
as.
Really, you only need one for the vow, but
But if we get you more,
I can pay you maybe 5 gold for every flower you bring.
Sweet.
just bring
How's
thousands.
that sound?
Yeah, we'll bring as many as we can carry, right?
Yes, I would love that.
Good.
All right.
So,
go.
we have a deal.
Yeah.
I offer. Oh, yes, yes. He looks at you. Yes, great,
Yeah.
thank you. That was easy.
That was easy.
But before,
Oh, yes.
while they're shaking hands, before they've let go, so nothing's official yet, because they're still hand in hand.
Yeah.
Oh.
And everyone knows that it's not official till the break. I go, what kind
we all know
of
that.
trouble might we encounter on this island? I feel like if it was just so easy to cross on a boat and do some gardening, you'd probably have an abundance of it. What might
Well,
you think
unfortunately, I
what
don't.
have you heard?
This flower, unfortunately, only grows in this island.
Okay.
And I'm not sure why. It's something about the island that's very rich in the nutrients that this flower needs.
Okay.
As flowers, I should probably tell you now since you'll probably find out from the townspeople anyway, they believe it's haunted.
Haunted. Is there anyone in town that might have been to and returned from this island? People have returned from this island, assuming at least some of
Whoa.
Derdickley's friends.
Yes, your group being a very, very big exception. Aside from that, maybe only one or two.
Anyone still residing in this town might know something more
There
about
was,
the island?
there was a man that survived alone. His party wasn't as lucky as yours.
Can I let go of his arm now? No, not yet.
He understands the art of the deal that he holds on.
I'm very thin.
This man,
He didn't eat
I-
breakfast.
I'm like holding the hands together real quick and just going out.
he came back, oddly enough, aged almost 5-10 years older than when he had left.
That sucks.
We're not sure why.
Maybe they made him president of the island and served his term. Went gray.
Perhaps.
And he lives in this town? Can we
I
find
see.
him?
No, he since died.
I see Dell
Oh,
suffering, so I
shoot.
get in my bag and get him a little piece of ration.
Yeah, I only have 10 strength.
So this guy is not
I hope
alive.
this doesn't deter you.
Shoot.
If the dirt dicks could do it, I mean,
Yeah, it's true. The
we
people
kick their ass.
I mean, that's true.
Great, so we have a deal. Let's go.
Just
I turn you.
You should. I've already mentioned. You should be able to find some kind of transportation to the boat near the near
Everyone
the
needs
edge
to do
of the lake.
push-ups.
So
Whoa. What's Derdickley's doing?
Derdickley's,
why did we sit you guys together?
Derdickley's, while they're talking, he's gonna partake in some tea.
Sure.
And while he's partaking
I
in
pour
some
him
tea,
the tea. I got the tea. I pour him some tea.
Yeah, that was probably before that
I
conversation.
was like, you're doing everything at once. What's
And
happening? Calm down.
Derdickley's is just gonna look around. I mean, there's
There's
like
a table there.
potions and
Yes.
potions and
Books.
liquids and interesting things here. So I'm just gonna take a quick look around with a 15 perception.
15 perception shouldn't be too hard. Looking around, there are plenty of potions on these walls. There are a lot of them are different colored. Some you might recognize as healing potions. They're in the smaller vials with kind of a red, shiny liquid to it, almost look like blood. There are also some other types of bottles. There's one that has a weird clear liquid to it. Kind of almost completely see-through. You have to get really close to actually be able to see the liquid in it. There's some that glow, that have a kind of a golden color to them. Some have a blue icy tint to them. Some have a red fiery tint to them. You can kind of surmise what kind of potions those are.
Okay.
Resistance potions of some kind.
Okay.
One that catches your attention though is one that, heck, funny enough, has a label on it Greater Restoration. Very, it's nice and big and rounded with like a, kind of looks like one of those crowned alcohol, crown
Royal Crown. Crown Royal.
Maybe
Crown
we can,
Royal bottles.
Maybe we can lease these. You know, like take
Oh,
them.
I see you have
if we
some.
use them, we pay for them. If we don't, we return them. You know what I mean? Maybe that's a nice deal we can make.
Saviar,
asking
anything
him?
that we might be able to take with us?
It's Saviar,
to
sir.
Saviar, anything
Saviar.
that
I would love,
we may be able to take to ensure our return? That might help ensure our return.
whoever, you started first, so if you want to do the perception, you can. Or excuse me,
Persuasion?
Persuasion, thank you.
I'll try. Persuasion's not terrible.
And
That's
you
an
were interested as
18.
well if you want.
Dirdicalis is not actually a charismatic man, but he is a very wise man. So I am going
wise
to.
guy.
I'm going to use my survival skill
What was your roll?
instead.
18.
Okay.
And I have a unique way I'm going to do this. Okay. My survival is +6 now. I rolled a 1 and I have a 5, so
He
that's
drops
6.
dead.
And I'm going to say, me no survive, me no have.
You
Taking your input into consideration. You know what? That's a great idea, and I would love to protect my assets, especially if I'm going to be
Can't protect your ass.
yeah, protect my ass would be good. Yeah, we'll write down what we took, and
Tell
then
you what.
if we return
How about
it,
each of you go ahead and grab one of the bottles off the shelves? Take what you want.
I'll take a
one
health
each,
potion.
please. Go ahead and take that health potion. It's a regular health potion.
because I die a lot.
Feel free to take what you want. Probably health potion as well.
Sure, I'll take a health potion.
You were looking at the Greater Restoration. Do you want that?
Yeah. I'll grab it and I'll throw it in my satchel.
Great. Althea is gone, so Achaidh.
Jordan, what would you like to do? Really? You want? Okay, yeah. She's not gonna.
Just right off the shelf,
cash.
there's a speed potion. There was a potion. Actually, you guys missed it. There is a greater healing potion on the shelf.
I would like that one.
You guys should roll that. No.
I take a look at the books. Is there any books that kind of maybe relate to the Midnight Violet or the town or
I know
the island?
something.
Anything?
They're all in
Sense.
Elven, but they just look like regular adventure books.
Okay.
Uh,
I turn to Dick. Oh, are you going?
20 perception. What type of books does he have? Like, does he have books on medicine or
Nothing fancy. They're just
herbology?
stories.
nice.
Unfortunately, as I mentioned before, they're all in.
Novels.
A lot of them are in Elven.
Oh.
So
Any smut? I'm just kidding.
you go through the shelves, and there actually is one that has like a fake cover, and yeah, no,
It like
no,
folds
there's
out.
nothing
It's a fancy inn. What
I
are you
turn to
saying?
Dirdicalis and I say, so your friends Ben and the others, did they tell you about what happened to them or the troubles that they encountered while
fought?
they were on this island?
Well, they were down at their duck.
Well, we're well-traveled heroes.
Unfortunately, they didn't tell you much.
Yeah.
Did they seem older when they came back?
I just kind of like sigh because I'm like, God, we're wasting time. We really need to help Althea.
All right, if someone goes 10 years older in a day, it's going to be her.
I'm already like,
She's like 30 million years old.
And off you go down the road.
Let's go.
Make your way down the street. You find a boat that's stocked. There's a ship hand there.
Ship hand man,
Yes.
take us to that island with the red dot thing on top.
That island.
Yeah, the one with the little red thing on top.
I'm not.
Words, sir.
We don't go to that island.
why don't
we
we
go
go
to
to
the
the
island.
island?
Because it's haunted.
Oh, so
There's demons there.
I point at my ears.
She's haunted.
She's a goddamn.
Ears.
She runs away.
The one time you're not wearing your horns and you're pointing to.
Ship hand man, just get us there. You can.
Is there anyone brave
Persuasion roll.
Son of a bitch. Why am I doing persuasion rolls?
It's a good
Well,
question.
if y'all have been the talking, I can persuade people
damn
all the
it,
time.
13.
No, let's see.
13.
Go.
enough? I'm
Help us, you know what?
persuasive.
Well, funny enough. Fine, I'll take you,
Oh.
but it'll cost you.
Oh.
Son of a bitch.
You said 13 or 15, right?
Persuade to get the price
13.
lower, whatever it is.
15 gold. Total.
Persuasion on 20 on persuasion to help
Yeah,
him.
that's our bar right there.
All right, fine. I'll do it for 5.
All right.
Wait. 5 What?
Copper?
Gold pieces.
I look at him, please.
I'll
really
get-
need to help our friend. She's like getting nearly sick and dying. And what if we lose it? If we're gonna lose it really soon, sir.
Have you
please.
ever
Do it for one.
Thank you.
Yes. Don't cry. Stop crying. Ain't crying.
Okay, sir.
You give him a gold piece. He lets you onto his boat, and off you go.
I was standing right behind him like this.
An hour passes, and you get closer to the island. You know, the island is kind of a hard cliff island, surrounded by what looks like a lot of pine trees. It's very thick. It's hard to see inside of it, with
ghost
very
territory.
sharp ledges, I guess you can call it. It's kind of like a elevated island. As he circles around, however, you get closer to the lighthouse, and you start noticing the ground kind of start dipping kind of towards sea level. The boat circles around and finds kind of a boat dock.
Sweet.
Ask him if
Anyone
there's-
scared of ghosts?
Not yet, but that could change.
Never seen one, so I wouldn't know.
From the boat, he gets closer to the dock, and from the boat, you're able to see kind of a path that kind of meanders off from the dock and works its way into the forest. Can't really see the end
So,
of it.
how big is this island? Is it like a small island, like you kind of see the whole thing, or is it like an island, like big?
Yeah, you can
of
probably
thing,
circle
like a
around the
landmass
island
kind
in
of
about 5 or 10 minutes.
Okay.
But you can't really see inside of it. It's just really thick forest outside.
I ask if there's any. Does he know of any inhabitants on the island?
Other than the
Either-
ghosts.
Other than the ghosts.
Story was there's a mansion in the island built by
Ghosts.
ghosts.
I look at you.
Pre-ghost.
Don't build things.
Built-
Pre-ghost.
Pre-ghost.
Built by an artist hundreds of years
Pre-ghost.
ago, but
Ooh. Do you know the name of the artist? Or
I don't. I know I'm not much of an art guy.
That story is false. Artists can't build a house.
Here's a good idea. I'm gonna ask the boat guy about art history. Yeah.
You don't know what kind of education this guy has. He might have double majored.
Sounds familiar.
I
Don't
actually have a PhD in art science. Yes.
He pulls up his glasses. Well,
Art
yes,
history is
sir.
like the
Well,
easiest
actually-
minor to get. You know.
Is it?
Yeah, you get anything and throw an
Sorry
art
to all
history
the
minor
art
in there.
history majors.
Shipman, handman. We're looking for this flower called the Midnight Violet. Do you have any idea where around in this island we could find that?
He
Where
looks
does
like,
it
he looks like you're a
populate?
little off. I
look
don't
kinda
know
the other
anything
way.
about a flower, man, but if you're coming to this island, all you're doing is looking for trouble.
And what was your name again?
Ship handman.
Yeah,
Handman.
no
Ship
name.
hand man.
Ship
Ship
hand
Hand
man.
Man.
You can call him Conrad.
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 Oh, that's that.
Conway.
Yeah, right there.
Assassin's Creed.
Conway Twitty.
Here, we're docked. Just get off.
We might need a ride back.
Stay offshore. You'll be safe offshore, right?
If you
Why don't we
could do
signal
some
him
fishing
later?
or
Yeah.
something.
What's your
I'll
signal
come back
for
in a
you?
few hours.
Okay.
All right.
Sure.
If you see a couple arrows getting launched
Come back
at
faster.
the shore, then that'll be our indicator to tell you that you need to come back.
Right.
I'll keep an eye out.
So there's a beacon, right, on the island?
There is a
beacon.
bit of a lighthouse that is
red.
kind of off the shore. There's a big red beacon kind of circling around.
No, I'm gonna I don't
But you get off on the dock, you start making your way up, and
Are there any other boats on the dock? Like,
Nothing.
Just us.
Haunted Island, man.
just a lonely wood, like kind of crickety dock. You step off the boat and you see kind of a faint trail leading towards from the boat up the hill. Everything is kind of overgrown, and well, you think the road kind of leads towards the mansion. Yes.
Ridiculous makes a survival check
Okay.
of a 13 to ensure that his new accompanying friends here, partial friends, are going to be safe moving
Sure.
forward.
And as you move forward, you start
nice to
keeping
ride.
an eye on the floor, checking in for any kind of trackings of anything that might potentially kill them. You do notice something weird on the floor, though. Something that kind of looks like a small tusk or a horn that's coming out of the gravel path, off of the gravel path. Looks a little weird. It's tiny. It's not moving. You do notice it.
You
What was that roll?
Tell him. Just tell him.
I'm getting there now. 12 perception.
They're
Yeah,
numbers.
as you get closer, you notice the same thing. If you are moving forward, it's not moving aside.
I find a stick.
You poke it and
I poke it with a stick.
it moves, but it's kind of soft. As you push into it, it kind of like squishes into itself.
Ew.
The
Like
horn
a, like a
squishes
worm,
into
kind of
itself?
like a
Yeah.
worm type thing.
Turdocules. What
You get
is
closer,
this?
and you notice it's kind of like made out of cloth.
Like a napkin?
I don't know what this is. I've never seen anything like this in my life.
I'll walk up to it.
Okay.
I'll try.
I'll grab the
try.
sickle. Just
Uh-huh,
kind of
no.
lift it up.
I was gonna say nature, but I get a 5.
I'm gonna
I don't know what
stick
this
my
is.
sickle into it and kind of lift it up and see.
As you do, you pull it up, and you notice it's attached to something.
Oh shit. Guys, there's
Look.
something here.
You pull it up, and it looks like a small pink stuffed toy unicorn.
Oh.
Oh,
Well, we take it.
I'm pretty sure this is a haunted, guys.
A haunted
Yeah, the
pink stuffed
unicorn
unicorn.
looks withered, decayed, or a little dirty, but
It's a stuffed
it
animal.
looks like it's been there for years. Yeah.
I get all sad. I'm like, aw, my little kid's toy.
Well,
I grab it with
that
my
was
hand.
weird.
Am
Or
I
a brony
cursed?
toy. Go either way.
That was weird, right?
I grab it with my hand. Am I cursed?
Well, you start making your way up the towards the path, and real quick.
Oh no.
That's
Oh no.
That's
The island sinks. We all die.
As you get towards the you make your way.
board game. Was that board game Forbidden Island or something? You just bust that out. It's like the island's like caving in while you're like moving around.
You make your way up the island. You start looking around. As you go into the island, the trees kind of start almost surrounding you. A thicket of trees around you. You start hearing rustling until suddenly, you start hearing rustling around you.
Defensive positions.
Guys, we'll do the Dickley's formation.
Everyone behind Ridiculous.
No, everyone around Achaidh. We do a triangle formation around Achaidh.
16 perception.
You
Where
see
is it
out
coming
of
from?
you see
Ridiculous is a
from
ranger,
from all around you. You see rustling coming, slow, shaking and shaking until suddenly it gets louder and louder, until suddenly something pops out of the bushes. And I think that's we'll pick it up next week.
Oh, yo.
So we'll see you then.
Uh,
Yeah, fun, right?
yeah.
I need to write more names for the